Today, we are diving into one of the biggest game changers in finance, using machine learning to predict a company's profit with unbelievable accuracy. Let's get right into it.
Just think about that for a second. What would that kind of foresight mean for your business strategy, for managing your inventory, for deciding when to hire? I know, it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but as you're about to see, it's becoming very, very real. For the longest time, forecasting relied on pretty simple statistical models. And they were useful, for sure, but they were built on this idea that the world works in a straight line. It's kind of like trying to draw a beautiful, complex mountain range using only a ruler. It just couldn't keep up with the messy, interconnected, and let's be honest, chaotic world of modern business. So that really sets the stage for the core of our conversation today, the massive difference between the old way of forecasting and the new, machine learning-powered approach. The gap between them is, well, it's pretty staggering. Let's break it down. On one side, you have the traditional methods. They assume that simple, linear world we talked about and just get bogged down by the huge amounts of data we have today. But on the other side, you've got machine learning. It doesn't just manage all that complexity, it actually thrives on it. It finds these hidden patterns in messy, nonlinear data that the old methods would have missed completely. And that is the secret sauce that unlocks these incredibly accurate predictions.
And look, this isn't just a small improvement. The data we're seeing points to a full-blown revolution in our ability to forecast the future.
Get a load of this number, 98.65%. In a real-world study using actual retail data from Walmart, a machine learning model called XGBoost was able to explain nearly all of the changes in weekly revenue. That means the model's predictions were almost identical to what actually happened. It's like giving managers an almost perfect crystal ball for their operations. And hey, that wasn't just a one-off thing. When you look at time series data, things like stock prices or quarterly earnings, deep learning models can slash forecasting errors by as much as 87% compared to older models like RIMA. We're talking about a massive, consistent leap forward. So the main takeaway here is pretty clear. We've gone from making educated guesses to achieving data-driven precision. Machine learning hasn't just tweaked financial forecasting, it has completely rewritten the rulebook on what's even possible. So, who are the stars of the show? Let's meet the actual algorithms that make all of this happen. The best way to think of them is like a specialized team, where each player brings a totally unique skill to the game. First up, we've got random forest. Now, it's what's called an ensemble method, but all that really means is that it's not just one single model. It's actually a whole team, sometimes hundreds of smaller models, all working together to make one super smart decision. And here's how it works. Instead of relying on one opinion or one decision tree, a random forest builds hundreds, maybe thousands of them. Each one looks at the data from a slightly different angle. Then, by averaging out all their votes, the final prediction is way more robust and accurate than what any single expert could have come up with on their own. It's the wisdom of the crowd in digital form. Next on the team are gradient boosting machines, or GBMs. This is the family of algorithms that includes XGBoost, the powerhouse we mentioned earlier. And the key word here is sequentially. See, unlike random forest where everyone votes at once, this team builds on each other's work, one after the other. And this is what makes it so unbelievably powerful. The first model makes a prediction. Then the second model comes in, and its entire job is to predict the mistakes of the first one. Then the third model predicts the mistakes of the second, and so on. It's this relentless chain of improvement where the team gets smarter and more accurate with every single step. And our final key player is the LSTM network. This is a deep learning model, and it's an absolute specialist at one thing, understanding data that happens over time, which of course includes most financial data. The big idea here is memory. LSTMs are specifically designed to remember important information from the past, like a huge holiday sale from last year, and use that info to make better predictions about the future. This makes them brilliant at spotting things like seasonal trends, market cycles, and other long-term patterns that older models just completely miss. Just look at this chart. It compares the error rate of a traditional model, a REMA, with an LSTM using the exact same financial data. The old model has an error score over 500. The LSTM? Just 64. That is a dramatic difference. This isn't just an improvement. They're playing a completely different sport. Okay, so we've met our all-star algorithms, but even the fastest race car in the world is just a piece of metal without any fuel. And in machine learning, that fuel is high-quality data.
You can have the fanciest, most advanced model on the planet, but if you feed it messy, incomplete, or just plain wrong data, your predictions will be worthless. It's that simple. The quality of your data puts a hard ceiling on the quality of your forecast. Garbage in, garbage out. So getting that data ready is absolutely critical. It means cleaning out errors, finding smart ways to fill in any gaps, spotting and dealing with weird outliers that could throw the model off, and making sure all the data is on the same scale so the model can make fair comparisons. And beyond just cleaning, it's about creating what we called smart features. So instead of just feeding the model raw numbers, we create more meaningful signals for it to learn from. This could be things like financial ratios or operational metrics, or even pulling in outside data like what your competitors are charging or how the wider economy is doing. You're giving the model the rich context it needs to make truly intelligent predictions. Okay, we've seen the power of these models, we've met the key players, and we know just how vital high-quality data is. So let's wrap all this up with a practical playbook you can use to bring this into the real world. Here are the key things to remember. First, and I can't say this enough, data quality is everything. Job one. Second, start with powerful, reliable models like random forest or gradient boosting. Third, you've got to validate your model carefully to make sure it isn't accidentally cheating by looking at future data. Fourth, you need a plan for something called concept drift. That's just a fancy way of saying the world changes. A model trained on 2019 data has no idea what to do with today's world, so you have to keep it updated. And finally, you have to balance pure accuracy with being able to explain your model's decisions. A black box that spits out perfect answers is useless if nobody trusts it. So let's end with this thought. This technology is a massive competitive advantage. The ability to see around the corner with this much clarity is a true game changer. So it's not a question of if this becomes standard practice, but when. The real question is, when you have this kind of power, what will your business predict next?